Greetings and welcome to my next podcast episode, Pilgrim of the Path podcasts. My name is Thomas and I do sound therapy and yes, and also other mindful modalities that just bring people back to a state of calmness, relaxation, but also then subtly just bringing their awareness back into or bringing their awareness back to their own wisdom, their inner wisdom, the higher selves. And this is my weekly podcast. And today I just would like to share three things with you. And I don't know about you, but it's the greatest shifts or the things that are actually, how can I put this? Um, the most transformational happenings in one's life, or shifts, or realizations, or shift, are actually those thoughts or realizations that's within us. Yeah, it's one of those. It's actually very easy, but at the same time difficult. Um, I'm sure you know what I mean. But anyway, so these three things are things that are so obvious, but we forget this. And this is why it's. But when we remind ourselves of these um, thoughts and expanding our awareness, it becomes so like, why didn't I think about this earlier? Anyway, why do I keep on forgetting it? That's the thing. So, anyway, before I get off topic, as I can many times, anyway, so here it goes. First one is the simple realizational topic that is life is precious. Human life is precious. It's so easy to rush through the day having to tick off those to-do lists items that we did the previous week, previous night, or previous month, and we actually forget about living moment to moment, and simply just observe and experience, because we become so preoccupied with the past, of things that have happened in the past. We try to analyze what has happened in the past so we can better the future. So we constantly in the past and in the future, in the past and the future, that we forget, what is actually right in front of us now, and that is the present moment. And in that present moment, there are opportunities where we can redirect our future. We don't even realize it. But because we are so busy in the past and analyzing things, we forget about the present moment. And that present moment is actually um, where the opportunities are of changing the direction that we want our life to go, or the direction we want our life to go into. Um, and we forget that we have that freedom of choice. We forget that we have the freedom to choose how we move forward, what experiences we want to create, because we are so caught up in the physical and what is needed from us from the materialistic world, that we forget about the higher awareness of what actually matters, um, and creating our future experiences. Every conversation, every challenge, every second, every minute of every hour of every day, every unexpected experience, detours, detour offer us a chance to learn, to expand, to grow, to become kinder, to become wiser, and another opportunity to choose with wisdom and integrity. Whether that opportunity or whether that experience um, might be positive, unwanted, negative, or just neutral. It's not good or bad, or we're okay with it, you know. But every single opportunity brings something we can take from and grow. Um, so even uncomfortable experiences, unwanted, we still have to experience them. We still have to embrace and welcome the unwelcome to see what has it got. What can we learn from this experience? And that is being human. That is being alive. We can actually choose how we can raise our vibration, our frequency, and create more positive experiences for ourselves, but also for people around us. Um, and then the second reminder is that everything changes. Sorry, nothing stays the same. You know, you can have a look at the seasons. We have 4 seasons a year. We have night and day. We have hot and cold. We have mild days. Um, so things that you can experience in nature that changes. And then if you go a little bit closer to home, then you can see your emotions change, our circumstances, our experiences, our emotions. And then we can go even deeper into our understanding of ourselves, even our beliefs. Every single change, everything changes. Single thing changes. Sorry, I lost myself there. And so again, whether the change feels uncomfortable or comfortable, or again neutral, it gives us an opportunity to realize what can assist us in healing and growth and expansion, understanding, wisdom, and compassion. Because, sometimes when you see, so the unpleasant experiences, you can learn from it what you can, but you know that unwanted experience is going to change eventually. You know that saying of this too shall pass, but it's also the same with pleasant experiences. And with pleasant experiences, that's where the lesson of attachment can be valuable, because when we experience a pleasant happening or experience, we don't want it to end, so we become attached to it. So you see, everything, all the experiences, they all have lessons for us to learn. Difficult experiences eventually pass, as I say, but with that, new perspectives emerge, and we discover strengths we never knew we had. If you look back 5 years back and you think to yourself, that was a really, really difficult time, and look at me now, here I am, I got through it. So, yeah, so that's wisdom that nobody can teach you. That's wisdom that nobody can teach you. Sorry, my grammar is not great today. Anyway. And then finally, our choices matter. Every thought we think even if those thoughts are habits, um, those thoughts become words, and the words become action. So those thoughts are seeds that you are planting. You know what they say, so what you sow is what you reap. So our actions might be positive. But then, what is the actual nature of that thought behind the action? What caused those actions? And that is where it really matters. That because that uh, thought comes out of a place of awareness, and because every intention plants a seed. Um, plants a seed in the garden of our awareness, and that creates our actions, and some of those actions might become habits. So are you cultivating, or are you sowing seeds for positive actions, or are you sowing seeds for negative actions? So over time, these seeds shape the experiences. So there we go. So we create our own experiences. So they gradually influence, like I said, the experiences and the person we become. So when we consciously cultivate qualities such as wisdom, compassion, kindness, and love, we gradually uncover what has always been there beneath anxiety, the fear, the habit, conditioning, programming, all those things. And it happens through small moments, choosing patience over frustration, or understanding instead of judgment, compassion instead of judgment, presence, observing instead of being distracted. So, in that way, compassion doesn't suddenly appear one morning. It is cultivated, it is trained, it, it happens over lifetimes, moments of years. So, perhaps this week, doesn't really require finding all the answers, right? As I said at the beginning, these thoughts are actually, we know this, but we keep on forgetting them. So maybe this podcast or this episode is just a reminder again, and an invitation to just take a few more moments in between the moments of your life, and to appreciate the present moment, to see the present moment, to recognize the present moment, and to appreciate this precious life, and to welcome change instead of resisting it, you know. So, how about this? Ask yourself, what am I cultivating today? Or what seeds am I planting? Just when a thought arises, when a thought arises, you see. Anyway, pause for a moment, catch yourself, and then ask those questions. What seeds am I planting? Um, and then, if you can answer yourself those questions, then you go into the action. So that's it. That is all. Simply become aware. So may your week be filled with moments that gently remind you of the gift of being here and the richness of this human experience. Be kind to yourself and all those around you, and may our paths be inspired by the truth, the light, with wisdom and compassion. Namaste.